Mic is on. All right. 6 viewers, welcome, LynktTv. I'm doing very fine. How are you? How's the sound? Doing well? Ready to go?
Yeah.
Rocked and loaded? All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of LynktTv with me, David G. So tonight, we're going to go through some AFC divisions, starting with the AFC South. A very interesting division. Tough division to predict. Let's start who I think is going to finish at the bottom. The lowly Tennessee Titans. Hey, C-Gags. There you are. Hey, how are you? How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you tonight on this fine evening. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for tuning in. So, where are we here? We're in the Nashville, Tennessee. Good old Nashville, Tennessee. I love Nashville, Tennessee. And that is where the Titans play out of. Great town. Been there 3 times. Cannot say enough good things about that town. I love it. And I also got to say a big thank you to the Tennessee Titans, who introduced me to the NFL back in the year 2000. Was my first Super Bowl watching them unfortunately lose to the Los Angeles Rams. Sorry, back then, St. Louis Rams. They lost 23-16 to the goal line stand. Ever since then, I fell in love with football. Fell in love with the spectacle of the Super Bowl and all that good stuff. Tennessee became my quote-unquote favorite team at the time. Back in the day, they had McNair and Eddie George. Wow, what a team. Now, fast forward to 2019, things are a little different. Last year, they went 9-7. 2 years before that, went 9-7. A couple of years before that, went 2-14. So, a bit of highs and lows for this Tennessee Titans. They drafted Marcus Mariota, second behind Winston in 2015. In my opinion, he hasn't panned out. He really hasn't panned out. His overall record is 27-28. That's not very good. That's below average for a starting NFL quarterback. I think he's had enough time to prove himself, and he hasn't really panned out to be that main guy and take them to the promised land. They also got running back Derrick Henry, big beast, trucks through everything, but it's hard to be a running back like that, running like a truck all the time, don't you think? The guy's a beast. He's like a mini beast mode, but he's not Lynch level yet. But he's good. Anyway, this team, it's hard. This division is hard. I really don't see them doing very well this year. I think they regress. I think they drop to 5-11. We all know we're gonna get to Andrew Luck. We're gonna get to Andrew Luck retiring. This division seems wide open, but it doesn't seem wide open for the Tennessee Titans, in my opinion. I hope I'm wrong because I do like the Titans. Great town, great jerseys, but not a very good team in my opinion. Other teams are better in this division, and I'll tell you why. Who do we got here? We got Rastaman, 33, you the man. Hope you're doing well tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Got a lively chat here. C-Gags wants the football. You want the football, C-Gags? We got live viewership tonight. I like it. All right, so let's move on to the Indianapolis Colts. My buddy Colts. Now, we all heard the sad news this past week that Andrew Luck, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL today, has announced his retirement. This is a very sad day for football. He is a class act, a true sportsman. A true sportsman. I would want this guy on my team any day. Number 12. Thanks for the follow, GeoGal TV. Welcome to the show. So like I was saying, Andrew Luck, class act. He's just a class act. His career has been plagued by injuries. His kidney, his shoulder, his ankle. Everything's hurting. Poor guy, he's hurting. The guy has been sacked 174 times in his career in 86 games. That's 2 sacks per game. Are you kidding me? 2 sacks per game? You got to protect your quarterback better than that. They didn't give him any offensive line to work with in previous years. And now the guy's broken. Emotionally, physically, mentally. The guy's 29 years old and he can't even play football anymore. He had to announce his retirement. Yes, he is a class act. So, I just want to say that these football players are people too. They are here for our entertainment. We don't know what everybody's going through. Everybody's going through a different battle. And poor Andrew Luck, he had to say, you know what? I need to focus on myself before I focus on football. So, although it's very sad to see and sad for the NFL because he's such a great quarterback, he will no longer be part of the NFL and he's hanging up the cleats. And I think it's for good. I want to bring up a video of something I saw earlier. Another football player who retired at the age of 29, our dear friend Mr. Gronkowski. Let's bring up the video. Let's see this video. I think it's on the other page, if I'm not mistaken. The other Twitter page. So basically, just to prelude this video, Gronkowski is now an ambassador for a company, and he was just talking about his struggles. So hear this brief video out. It's pretty gut-wrenching to me. It's a sad video.
And I didn't like it.
Go back.
I needed to recover. I was not in a good place. Football was bringing me down, and I didn't like it. And I was losing that joy in life, like the joy. I'm sorry right now, but dang, I really was, and I was fighting through it. And I knew what I signed up for, and I knew what I was fighting through. And I knew I just have to fix myself. But I want to be clear to my fans. I needed to recover. I was not in a good place. Football was bringing me down, and I didn't like it. And I was losing that joy in life, like the joy. I'm sorry right now, but dang, I really was, and I was fighting through it. And I knew what I signed up for, and I knew what I was fighting through. And I knew I just have to fix myself. But I want to...
Yeah. So, isn't that video heart-wrenching? Poor Gronkowski had to retire. He wasn't himself. He wasn't happy. He was fighting through it. The NFL season is a grind. All sports is a grind. It's a mental battle. And some people can't handle it, and they handle it differently. So, my heart goes out to Andrew Luck. And I also want to say another thing. While that news came out, it was the end of their preseason game in week 3. Fans were booing him. Fans were booing him off the field. Disgusting. I cannot believe that fans would boo him off the field after they got wind of the news that he was going to retire. After all that he's given the Indianapolis Colts, they go and boo him. Despicable. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. The guy laid it on the line every night that he could have. And it just wasn't enough for you guys? You guys are disgusting. Despicable. Bah. Anyway, let's move on. Now they have Mr. Brissett come in as the starting quarterback. He's 5-12 as a starting quarterback. I don't think he gets the job done. F the fans. Yeah, F those fans. Those are not nice fans. How do you boo Andrew Luck? The guy, he's a class act. Class act. What a sportsman. What a sportsmanship. So anyway, they got T.Y. Hilton, fantastic receiver. Anybody thinking of picking him up in fantasy, he's going to be amazing. David is my favorite. You guys are my favorite. Thanks for tuning in. I like this chat. Keep it coming. So, T.Y. Hilton, he's going to be a good option, but I don't think they're going to be a very good team. I know everybody says this division is wide open and anything can happen, but I really think that the Jags and the Texans are one up on this team. I truly believe that they will be behind those two teams. They're going to finish probably 7-9. That's my prediction. Without Andrew Luck, it's not looking good. They got to pretty much rebuild that offense. So that's my prediction for the Colts. Now on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Where are they? Jacksonville Jaguars, right here. I love the Jaguars. They got awesome jerseys and they played in Florida. What's not to like about them? And they have our good old buddy, Nick Foles. Good old Nick Foles signed the big contract, went down to Florida. How awesome is that? The Blake Bortles era in Jacksonville is over. Thank God that guy was garbage. Now comes in good old St. Nick. Won the Super Bowl with the Eagles. Where are my Eagles fans at? Fly, Eagles, fly. No more St. Nick. No more St. Nick. Now we got St. Nick into the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got Leonard Fournette, who's healthy. He told reporters he was healthy. He got rid of some bad people in his life. He's going to be focused. This running back is going to be focused with a purpose. Then you have D.D. Westbrook, Jalen Ramsey. These guys are good young players. Just a couple of years ago, may I remind you, the Jacksonville Jaguars were winning against the New England Patriots, that glitch team, en route to go to the Super Bowl. They were 1 quarter away from beating the Pats to going to the Super Bowl. Isn't that spectacular? I can't believe it. They are a good team. A mighty good team. A very underrated team. Because last year they didn't do so well, so everybody's kind of forgetting about them. I don't think they should be forgotten. Not this year. It's different. It's their 25th anniversary of being in the NFL. They are coming out swinging. I think that they do well. I think they go 9-7 and make the playoffs in the wild card round. So, good old Jags. If I ever go to Florida, I think that's where I want to go watch a game. Beautiful stadium. One of the bigger stadiums in the NFL. Now let's go to who I think is going to win the division. Our friends, the Houston Texans. Last year went 11-5. 2017, Deshaun Watson and J.J. Watt both fall down to injury. The team left in shambles. Now this team is very top heavy. Very top heavy with Watson, J.J. Watt, DeAndre Hopkins, who I think is one of the top 3 receivers in the NFL. This guy is spectacular. He did not drop 1 pass last year. He did not drop 1 pass. You know how good that is? This guy is out of this world good, underrated, better than Odell Beckham Jr. any day. I love DeAndre Hopkins. 11 touchdowns last year. This year he's going to beat that record. He's going to go 13, 14 touchdowns. Easy. Obviously, this is if Deshaun Watson stays healthy. I love Deshaun Watson. He's like a Michael Vick. He runs the ball, throws the ball. Great sport. Now, what bothers me is their defensive end, Clowney. He might be sitting out a couple games at the beginning of the year. He's a big part of that defense with J.J. Watt combined for I don't know how many sacks, but these guys are sack machines. Great defensive players. Huge. I would not want to be on the other side of that ball when those 2 guys are coming after me. The Texans do not have an easy schedule. They play the Pats, KC, Saints, play the Jags twice. It's not going to be easy, but I do think that they repeat champs and they do 11-5. 10-6 maybe. It's not an easy division, but I think they win the division and make some noise in the playoffs. What do we got? What's everybody saying on the chat here? J.J. Watt? When I get back, I'll change it. Hearts, some crystal hearts. Crystal hearts. Thanks for tuning in, guys. All right, so that about wraps it up for the AFC South. I say Texans on top, then Jags in a wild card spot, followed by the Colts, and then the lowly Titans. So we're going to take a 20-second sponsor intermission here. We got our good friends from Artigiani Pizzeria. Go there, bring your wives, bring your girlfriends, bring your friends. Great vibe, great service, amazing pizza. Look at this pizza. Fresh pizza. Brought to us by our good friends.
Peppers are making it look green.
Yeah, well, that's beautiful pizza. I'm going to have this after the show.
I can't see it,
You can't see it? I'll tell you. I'll tell you about it if you can't see it. It's great pizza, and I'm happy to have it here. Thank you for our good friends at Artigiani Pizzeria. All right, so let's move it along to the next division. One of my favorite divisions, very highly spoken about division in football. We're going to the AFC North. Bring me up the AFC North. There it is. Beautiful AFC North. Wow, I bet you guys are thinking one thing and one thing only. Let's go Browns. Oh, we're going to get to the Browns. The Browns are still the Browns. So let's start with who I think is going to finish dead last. Unfortunately, it's going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. They finally got rid of their coach, Marvin Lewis, after 16 seasons. He's been a good coach for them, but the past 4 years, it just hasn't been going their way. He has a terrible playoff record. When I say terrible, he's 0-7 with Cincinnati in the playoffs as a head coach. That is sad. Sad for the Cincinnati fans. He couldn't even win them a playoff game. Did pretty good in the regular season, but couldn't win them a playoff game. They're led by Andy Dalton, our favorite redhead in the NFL. He's a good classic quarterback. He's got S.J. Green, good receiver. And Mixon, who's going to be a very good running back. But still, that division is a tough division. My prediction is that they go 5-11. It's just not looking good for them. They got a new coach who was the assistant coach in LA for the Rams for the past couple of years behind Sean McVay. So he's got that young blood. I think he's 35 years old. He's got to learn this team. It's not going to be an easy task playing against the Steelers, the Ravens, and now everybody jump on the hype train of the Cleveland Browns. Can't see the chat. Show me the chat. Is anybody lively in the chat? What are we talking about? The peppers? The amazing peppers on this pizza? Oh, the pizza looks good. I'm going to eat it after. It's eyeing me. You see it? I'm eyeing this pizza right here. We'll eat it after. We'll have it after. All right, so I think the Bengals, they're not going to be very good. Next. Now here is my hot take. My very hot take. The Cleveland Browns are not a playoff team. I said it. The Cleveland Browns are not yet a playoff team. Everybody. Oh, Browns win the division. No, not so fast. Not so fast. Yes. They got good players in Baker Mayfield and OBJ catching those spectacular catches through the legs. Okay, we get it. You can make a nice catch. That's not how you win football games. That's not how you win football games. Pizzazz and flash. That's not how you win football games. One injury to Baker Mayfield, the season's over. These guys have no chance in hell. Yes, they're a good team. A couple of years ago, they went 0-16. 0-16. A lot of those players are still there. You cannot tell me that this team is poised to win the division. This division still has the Steelers and the Ravens, a couple of ex-Super Bowl champs with a lot of the same core. In my opinion, I don't think that they are a playoff team. Last year, Baker Mayfield came in after Tyrod Taylor, and they went 6-7. Or he went 6-7, should I say, for an overall record of 7-8-1. Is that a really good record? Is that a playoff record the next year? Like, you could honestly tell me that this team is poised to win the division because of OBJ. God, I cannot take that for an answer. I believe that the Ravens are going to finish in front of them. My prediction is that the Browns, go 8-8. Now, another thing about these Browns, the dog pound. They don't even have a logo. Their logo is their helmet, that shitty orange helmet. They are the only team, think about it, in professional sports that does not have a logo. Their logo is their helmet. That's pretty embarrassing. You remember they used to always wear garbage bags over their heads in the 0-16 season. That's my image of the Browns. I hope they prove me wrong. I really don't think they will prove me wrong. They have a lot of learning to do with their new coach. They're just not there yet. They will be good, but not this year quite yet. And the fact that they are quote-unquote favorite to win the division, that must be a mighty slap in the face to the Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Let's move on to the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore has such a deep team, good team, well-coached, hard-nosed football. Very hard to play against. They got Lamar Jackson, who's like another mini Michael Vick, runs the ball, throws the ball. Him too, he's one real injury from getting knocked out. He won't play anymore. He's got to be careful. But now they went to get the running back, take off some pressure. Mr. Ingram from the Saints. Very good running back. So, what are we going to do with the Ravens? I think Ravens finish 9-7. Well coached. They got Andrews, tight end. Kicker, Tucker, who doesn't miss a kick. This guy is amazing. Lamar Jackson. That means Lamar Jackson is better. Yes, Lamar Jackson is better. He's a very good quarterback. Awesome option to have. Oh, your throwing arm is better than Lamar Jackson, is it, Rasta Main? Well, let's put that up to the test. All right, so our Baltimore Ravens, I think they go 9-7, maybe 10-6. Well-coached football team. They're going to fly under the radar this year. Let's put them second in that division. Now, who I think is going to win this division are the mighty Pittsburgh Steelers. It is so hard to bet against this team. They have Ben Roethlisberger. A lot of people don't like this guy, but this guy wins football games. They got rid of the quote-unquote the mess in the room. Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, the distractions are out. It's time to step up. Juju Smith-Schuster. Linked Hayes, is that who you're referring to? Juju Smith-Schuster? This guy is the next big thing. The next big thing. That Roethlisberger-Schuster connection. They're going to be good. Connor, running back. Vance McDonald, tight end. Boswell, the kicker, is pretty good too. Well coached by Mike Tomlin. How could you go against Mike Tomlin? The guy, his pedigree is amazing. Good coach. Didn't get along with Antonio Brown, but hey, who gets along with Antonio Brown these days? Nobody. He's very tough to get along with. Anyway, they got rid of those guys. Entered a new young blood. Pittsburgh, still a tough place to play. Very tough place to play. I really truly believe that they win the division at 11-5. Imagine you guys, I don't know if there's any Steelers fans, but imagine Steelers fans have to hear that the Browns are favored to win the division. I would be insulted, quite frankly, to hear that the lowly Browns make a couple of acquisitions, are favored to win the division. That's insulting if I'm a Steelers fan after the great success that they've had over the past couple of years. They're a monster in that division. So for me, in my eyes, I believe that the Steelers top that division. So let's go. I say Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Bengals. You heard it here first. So I want to bring our attention to some information about our Canadian NFL fans. Or do we have any Canadian NFL fans? I'd like you all to go to NFL100challenge.ca. Very cool initiative brought to us by NFL Canada.
We'll stop watching us.
Well, don't go now. Don't go now. Go later. We're gonna post the we're gonna talk. We could talk about the Champions League draw after. But yeah, NFL Canada is bringing to us a very special initiative right here in Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. We're gonna have separate weekends where the Vince Lombardi Trophy will be in town. I believe in Montreal it's September 14 and 15. All you got to do is register at NFL100challenge.ca. All the rules are up. It's free. You could come and hang out September 14th. We'll be there in the morning, and I believe there's going to be some NFL players there, and there's going to be a lot of fun activities. So it's really trying to promote the NFL in Canada, and I think it's an awesome initiative. I hope you guys register, and I hope to see you guys there. Speaking of football in Canada, the CFL is pretty awesome too. Not as quite up there with the level of marketing in terms of the NFL, but they got some good players. Shout out to the Montreal Alouettes who won their game again. Proud Montreal Alouette fan here in Montreal. Love watching them play. Must see football, Montreal Alouettes. Exciting football. They're going to make the playoffs, and we're going to go watch them when they make the playoffs. Fantastic team. Also want to bring up our Montreal Impact. Won their game. Still in the playoff hunt. Still in the playoff hunt for a playoff spot for the MLS playoffs. Let's hope they make it. They got a tough schedule ahead. Not sure what's going to happen there. So quickly, let's talk about our weekly picks. Preseason. The preseason 4. Week 4 is underway. I didn't look at any scores, by the way, but we're gonna run through the table, keep record on how I did. Last week, I'll be honest, not so hot. Went 6-10, pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie, but hey, it's preseason. That's why we're all trying stuff out, right? So let's run through the table. I'll give you my my weekly picks. See how we do.
Right, we got the Indianapolis Colts versus Bengals.
Let's say Bengals at home. It's a crapshoot.
Falcons versus Jaguars.
Ooh, Falcons. We're 0-3. Let's pick the Falcons to win that game. Win the last game at least. Come on, Falcons. We got Falcons fan. I know we got somebody from Atlanta, right? Rasta Maine, you love the Falcons.
Yeah, we got the Eagles and the Jets.
The Eagles and the Jets. Let's go with the Jets. Jets at home.
Your Buffalo Bills versus the Vikings.
Oh, the Buffalo Bills. I love the Buffalo Bills. They've been doing pretty well, my Buffalo Bills. They've been 3-0 start. So I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one. Let's go with the Bills. What's my background here?
We got the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go Steelers. Just covered them. I think they're a good team. Hard to play against.
The Giants and the Patriots.
Oh, let's go Pats. I don't like the Pats, but let's go Pats.
The Redskins and the Ravens.
Redskins and the Ravens. Ravens. Just cover the Ravens. They're going to do well.
The Titans and the Bears.
The Bears. The Chicago Bears.
We got the Bucks and the Cowboys.
Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
Chiefs, Packers.
Oh, that's a good one. I think they meet in the regular season too, these two teams. That's going to be a good matchup. Let's go Green Bay at home.
Saints, Dolphins.
Oh, you know how I feel about the Dolphins. Let's go New Orleans.
All right. We got the Rams and the Texans.
Texans.
Cardinals, Broncos.
Cardinals. Kyler Murray's got to prove himself.
Chargers, 49ers.
49ers, they're growing on me. I like them. What's that? Oh, thanks for the follow. Who's this? Cheered. Linked Haze. What's that? What do we got? We got a diamond. Pyramid. That's a cool
Follow.
That's a follow. Thanks for the follow.
We got the Raiders and the Seahawks last game.
Seahawks. That's a crazy place to go visit. Our Seahawks. All right, so there are my picks. Like I said last week, not so hot, 6-10, but gonna really try, and finish on a even note. It's not a follow. Okay, sorry. Welcome. It's a what?
It's a subscriber.
It's a subscriber. Is that even better? That's even better. Thank you for the subscription. Amazon Prime. Whoa, we got Twitch TV GATS. Subscribe with Twitch Prime. Now that is what I'm talking about. Thank you for the Twitch Prime follow. This is what we want. We want everybody. If you guys have a Amazon Prime account, you could subscribe to our channel and get all the latest and greatest news. We talk about our stuff, so it's awesome. Thank you guys. I love you. Love you, boy. All right, let's go back and forth. Let's talk about here. I pronounced New Orleans wrongs. New Orleans. I believe it's called New Orleans, right? Carlo's been, my buddy here, C Gags. Shout out to C Gags. He went to the NFC Championship game against the Rams when that terrible call was missed. You remember that, Carlo? I'm sure your pockets remember that call too. All right, so let's talk sports. Give me your questions, give me your comments. Let's shoot back and forth. Let's go. Be lively in the chat. Poggers in the chat. Bees in the chat. What? Poggers. What's poggers? Kabela Walyoon. You've been there and it was a hell of a time. Yeah, I'm sure the tailgate in New Orleans is a hell of a time. I've been to New Orleans when I was younger, but not old enough to really admire the grandeur that is New Orleans. And what's up with my screen, my background here?
What do you want your background on?
Oh, let's go back to the division, make it colorful, or let's go to the NFL. Let's go to the NFL. I'm gonna show you guys the NFL 100 challenge for all the Canadian. Yeah, that's good. Oh, we got LynktTv, Artigiani Pizza. Will the Pats make the Super Bowl? I do not think they will make the Super Bowl. They still got a good team. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. Kind of hard to bet against them. But my juggernaut team of the year is Kansas City. There, he just popped up, Mr. Pat Mahomes. Linked Hayes. What's that? Cheers. Cheers, Linked Hayes. Look at that. Pat Mahomes. You see Pat Mahomes behind me? All right, so this is the website for all you Canadian fans, NFL fans. Sign up. There's going to be some challenges. You take pictures with your favorite team gear, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be really awesome. I really encourage anybody to register here. And don't forget, our amazing fantasy football pool goes next week. Live, September 3rd at 8 p.m. So everybody who's in our fantasy football pool, it's going to be lit. Next week, it goes down. I hope you have your notes ready because it will be an amazing draft, 20-person draft. It's going all night. It's going to be awesome. 3 hours, 4 hours. It's going to be lit. It'll be lit.
Gave us some money, basically.
What's that?
Hayes donated us some money.
Hayes donated us some money. Thank you, Hayes. We really appreciate it. I like how you're active. I don't know. Ask me some questions. Let's go. I want to talk to Hayes. Where's Hayes from? Where are you from, Hayes? Montreal. Where in Montreal? East side? Falcons look great on defense today. Do you think that Quinn will have our defense looking like the old Legion of Boom? That's a good question. I think they really step it up. But the meat and potatoes of the Falcons is really their offense. Matty Ice, Julio Jones, those guys are really are the pulse of this team, and if they want to go deep, those two got to be clicking, and that's one of the best 1-2 punches in the NFL. So yes, they need a great defense. Everybody knows me. I love defensive football. Defense wins championships, but the offense plays a real integral part in that too. So let's see how that plays out. Are the Falcons winning right now? Rasta Main, tell me, are the Falcons winning? What are they playing? The Jets. I picked them against the Jets. Jets. C Gags is a Jets fan. Poor Jets. The Dirty Birds. Oh, I went to a bar once in Vermont called the Dirty Bird. It was but not want to go there. But the Dirty Birds in this case are good birds. The Atlanta Falcons in Julio Jones. 17 viewers. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Let's go. Let's talk about stuff. What do you want to talk about? I saw Pazzino before. I wanted to talk about the Champions League draw. There's a couple of groups of death. You want to pull that up? Let's pull up the groups. Oh, 24-6 against Jacksonville. Ouch, Jacksonville. Champions League draw. Now this is going to be exciting. The champions. Is that pretty good? The champions. fans. All right. 17 viewers. Thank you for tuning in on LynktTv with me, David G. Did you find it? There should be like a picture or something. Group 1, Group F is the group of death. Is that what I'm hearing from Pazzino? Who's in it? Tell me. I saw it today, but refresh my memory. I know there's some pretty... Is Inter, right? Inter with Barcelona? Is that the group of death? No. Go down? No. Yeah, that's what I said. Group of death is F.
Look at this. Talk about the group.
Okay, so Group B we got. Sorry, go to Group A. I can't see Group A there on the Group A. Paris Saint-Germain, Mbappe, and Real Madrid. No secret, it's gonna be 1 and 2. PSG and Real Madrid. Next we have Bayern and Tottenham. Again.
LynktTv subscribe. Thank you.
LynktTv subscribe.
Lynkt
Hayes. Thank you, Lynkt Hayes. So Group B, we got Bayern and Tottenham. Those are the two giants there. Man City and Shakhtar probably gonna come up. Atalanta in Italy's there too. That's nice to see. I hope they make a good push. Atalanta, they're a classic Italian team. Then we got La Juventus. I'm sure we have some Juventus. Cristiano Ronaldo. Where are the Cristiano Ronaldo fans? And Atletico. Those are going to be the top two teams to beat there. Liverpool, arguably the best team in Europe right now. They are on fire. Wow, what a great team. Liverpool, Napoli. That looks like they're going to be on top. And the Group F. Now that is the group of death. Barcelona, Dortmund, and Inter. I say Barca-Inter. Top that group. Forza Inter. Right, Dam? Pazzino. Forza Inter. Amala. All right. Group G. Benfica, Lyon. Let's go Benfica and Lyon. Lyon. And group... What's that? Leah's in the chat. Hey, Leah. How are you? So, next we got Chelsea and Ajax, Valencia. Let's go Chelsea, Ajax in the Netherlands. So it's going to be a very good tournament. Lots of good teams. My favorite team is not in this tournament this year. Manchester United. God knows what's happening with that team. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the coach. He's got to bring this team back to where it once was, Sir Alex Ferguson levels. But not sure how that's going to turn out. Give me the chat. Give me live chat. Let me see what's happening in the chat. What do we got? Woo! That's it, Dave. Forza Inter. What's that?
Why are you getting so close?
I can't get so close. I'm getting excited. Sorry. Like I said last time, I need glasses. And that's pool sick. You know, I know somebody. I used to travel around in the US a lot, who went to school with Pulisic. Was that how you pronounce it? From Chelsea? He's American. He lives in PA. Close to Harrisburg, PA. So he told me a little bit about this guy. He's pretty awesome. Big transfer fee. Chelsea paid top dollar for him. Them too trying to regain position on Liverpool and Man City in the EPL. Who's an EPL fan here? I am. I love the English Premier League. Been a fan since I was a kid. David Beckham days. Now that is a league, my friends. Italian soccer, very tactical. Can be exciting at times, but everybody knows the real drama unfolds in the EPL. I need Antoine Laoun sponsorship. Yes, I do. I do need glasses. I can't see anything.
Antoine Laoun?
Huh?
Antoine
Laoun, if you're listening, I need a pair of shades.
20 viewers.
20 viewers. Thanks for tuning in. Rigid is now hosting. Right?
Yeah, nice. He's hosting.
I like that.
His people, his viewers, he's hosting you.
Nice. Thank you. I like it. I like it. Ask me a question, Rigid. What do we want to talk about tonight? Where are you from? Lynkt Hayes is now hosting you. We got a bunch of hosts tonight. This is awesome. Thank you guys for the hosts. I love it. I'm having a great time tonight. Thursday night. What are we talking about? Any hockey fans? Shoot me your questions, NFL, anything. The floor is yours. Have any comments? What do you want to talk about?
Bridget can't watch because he's top 150 in the NAE Cup.
Pazzino hosting me. Wow, we are on fire tonight. No, fire. So we could talk about, what do you want to talk about? Talk about anything you want. What's hot in the sports world? Or it could be off the board.
Bridget is in the tournament right now.
Well, good luck.
Top 150.
In the world.
In the NA East.
Wow, that's spectacular. Good luck. We're sending our best here from Montreal. All the best to you, Rigid.
He's in our clan.
Forza, our clan, Linked. The Linked clan. My buddy Tony is being a great host. Best channel ever. Thank you, Alexa. I like it. What do we got here? Lapalainen. Oh, Lapalainen from Finland in the MLS. He's a good player. That guy scored 4 goals. He almost had a goal yesterday. He is going to be a great player. NAE is the most competitive division. Well, I wish you the best of luck in that division. Tony Mastermind. Tony is, let's give a round of applause, everybody in the chat, for our the guy who's putting this all together. Tony, Linked Tony. He's the man. Without Tony, this wouldn't be possible. He's putting a great amount of effort into this, and I hope everybody's having fun, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about having fun, chatting, sharing ideas, sharing views. Link up like this. Link up. Link up. Now, I can't wait to eat my pizza from Artigiani. It's coming up soon. You guys smell it through the screen? You smell it through? You smell it? Can you smell what LynktTv is cooking? For those of you who don't know me, I am also a very big wrestling fan. The WWE is in my heart. It's getting cold. Yeah, what do you know about cold pizza, Carlo? You don't know anything about cold pizza. It's better when it's cold. Pizza is better when it's cold. You know what else is better when a couple hours after or a day after? Popcorn. Do you ever guys have popcorn after? I find I like popcorn after the fact. Yeah. I have a popcorn machine at my office. I tell you, I make popcorn for a whole week and I eat it after and I enjoy it. I don't know. There's something about it. Yeah, but the salt, it's saltier. Is it true that I like pineapple on my pizza? Oh no. I do not like pineapple on the pizza. Oh, that's a good question. Is The Undertaker the greatest WWE wrestler ever? Wow, that is an amazing question. In my opinion, he was the greatest ever. He definitely was. I saw him at WrestleMania 29 in MetLife Stadium live. He went 21-0 against CM Punk. CM Punk. That was a great match. But since then, he's been really trending downwards. I don't want to see him like that. I don't want to see The Undertaker a beaten, a shell of a man once he used to be. He should have retired 2 years ago, and that would have made him the greatest ever. But right now, those matches, his 2, 3, 4 minute matches that he's doing, I don't enjoy them. I think it's painful to watch The Undertaker fight at this age. But wow, his entrance is electrifying. He gives me goosebumps. I was scared when he came in MetLife at WrestleMania 29. Wow, look at that tongue. Whoa, The Undertaker. This guy gave me the shivers. I used to be scared of this man. Still, I'm partially scared of this man. His real name is Mark Calloway. Shout out to Mark Calloway, the dead man. CM Punk. What do we got on the chat here? Leah. Stone Cold, best wrestler of all time. Oh, give me a hell yeah if you like Stone Cold. Give me a hell yeah. No, the best wrestler of all time.
The Rock.
The Rock was my favorite. Oh, he was my favorite. But in terms of longevity, you have to give it to Triple H. He married Stephanie McMahon. It's in his blood. You can't go wrong with Triple H. I like Triple H. I love his antics. I love what he did with DX. It doesn't matter who I think the best wrestler is, because everybody's got their own opinion. Ric Flair. Ric Flair is another living legend. Wow. Woo! God bless Ric Flair. Woo! 16-time world champion. Oh, John Cena. I love John Cena too. You can't see me, John Cena. John Cena is another legend. Wow, there's too many. I love the WWE. Can you tell? John Cena. Yeah, John Cena. John Cena is all time. He's up there. In my opinion, he's up there with Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker. Oh, Shawn Michaels. Can I tell you something? If you guys ever get a chance, watch Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25. That is the best match in wrestling history. Wow. WrestleMania 25. Taker versus Shawn. Mr. WrestleMania. True wrestling fans will know what a match. 25 minutes long. Could we watch that match every day? The Undertaker. All right, what else you want? What do I think about Rowdy? Oh, I hate Ronda Rousey. She should have stayed in the UFC. Good Lord, she should have stayed in the UFC. She's overpriced. That's right, sorry. Oh, overpriced Ronda Rousey. Do I smell what the rockets cooking? Yes, I do. Who else? Oh, let's talk about the UFC. We got the UFC this Saturday. We got Khabib Nurmagomedov back in the ring from his suspension on September 7th in Abu Dhabi. They're fighting, I think, at 2 in the afternoon. It's a little weird. But he's going to be fighting Poirier, right? Dustin Poirier, UFC, I think it's 242, if I'm not mistaken. UFC 242? 242, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 242. I like her better in UFC too. Yes, I agree. Well, that was my statement, but thank you for agreeing with me. So, yeah, that's gonna be a pretty good fight. It's gonna be tough. Whoa! Look at that! Look at McGregor. Didn't even know what hit him. Choke, tap, McGregor, tap. He tapped. You tapped out. You tapped out. McGregor tapped out. That guy's scary.
Substantial length of time. The question is, what now? Dustin
Poirier. You want a piece of pizza? You can definitely have a pizza. If you go to Artigiani, they will serve you amazing pizza. But I'm not sharing my pizza. Oh no, this pizza is mine. Use code LYNKT to get 10% off. It's on Saint Denis, by the way. Abu Dhabi. Now that's a cool fight. Lightweight champion. Habib, I fight bears. Pizza makes money. That's right, Carlo. Oh, what a punt.
It's the toughest fight he's going to get. I love this fight. Champion versus champion.
That's what it's all about.
We will all witness a piece of UFC history.
27-0. Wow, look at that elbow. Elbows.
He smashes people.
Wow. I would not want to be in the ring with that man.
I do the best is damage people. I got to put this guy away.
Poirier, he looks like a good striker too. Look at those strikes.
I can't wait to see.
Woo! Khabib Poirier, September 7th. Tune in. We'll be talking about that next week. How the fight went down. But I think Khabib is just too strong. Khabib too strong. Yeah, Khabib is going to destroy Poirier. Khabib is a scary man. That Russian hat that he wear. He used to fight bears, for crying out loud. I want to fight anybody who used to fight bears. I went camping a couple weeks ago. My wife could attest to this. She says there was a bear outside the tent. Did I tell you about this? Leah, are you listening? There was a bear outside of our tent. That's what she claims. I think it was a big fat raccoon. Anyway, Khabib fights bears. I would not have went outside that tent to fight that bear. If it was a bear. I don't know.
You want to see that video of him fighting the bear?
Yeah, we could put it on. Yeah, put Khabib versus bear. I fight bear. When he was young. Khabib versus Bear. What a legend. He's just a natural grappler. Great music too, really, to fight to. 1997. I was 6 years old. I like this song. I don't like that bear. Is that crazy or what? This guy's nuts. He's literally wrestling a bear. His jaw is like razor blades. Even though it's a baby cub, it's still a bear. It's a wild Russian bear. God. Baby grizzlies can weigh 200 pounds. That's right. Khabib was probably like 75 pounds. 8 pounds. 80 pounds. Less? No. Less than 75? Now, how are you gonna tell me that Dustin Poirier stands a chance, or anybody? He's 27-0 for a reason. He made McGregor tap. McGregor. I don't like what McGregor is doing. Did you see him sucker punch that guy in the bar because he didn't want to have a shot with him, the whiskey? Pull that up.
I see that.
You didn't see that? Put in McGregor sucker punch bar. Sucker punch. It was on TMZ, I believe. Sucker punch. Yeah, put that. So there's McGregor. Oh, of course, yeah, that strut, the McGregor strut. He didn't want to have a glass of his proper 12 whiskey, I guess it was. McGregor is old news and a jerk. I agree. He used to be on top of the world. What happened to him? Look at this sucker punch. Sucker punches a 50-year-old man. What kind of fucking... Who the fuck do you think you are? Look, have a glass of me proper 12 whiskey. No, I don't want your disgusting proper 12 whiskey, he says. Get out me face, lad. He's gonna punch him. Chanting his own name. Look, boom! What the hell was that for? Literally, this happened in like April. Smack to the face. That's not cool, man. This guy is a professional UFC fighter. His hands are weapons, and he's blindsiding a guy in his bar because they didn't want to have a glass of his shitty ass whiskey. McGregor.
Is that what really happened?
Yeah, that's really happy. He didn't want to have a glass of his whiskey. Look, so what? He didn't want to share a whiskey with him. Should have lost the whiskey deal. Yeah, that's not cool. The guy, he gets paid to fight, and now he's sucker punching people in bars. I don't agree with that. And I saw he did an interview a couple weeks ago saying that he did not retire. He's still in the fight game. Put your money where your mouth is and go have a rematch with Khabib. But then we'll see. Put your money where your mouth is. Let's go, McGregor. He was your self-proclaimed billionaire. I liked what he was doing when he was on the rise, talking shit and getting in people's heads. But now he's gone totally off the map. Not a big fan of his anymore. So, alright, is that it? I think that concludes our Thursday night talk here at LynktTv. So thank you everybody for tuning in, hosting. Really hope you guys had a nice, pleasant evening. I'm going to get to my pizza now. Can't wait to munch on this. Love it. So thanks again for tuning in. It's been a pleasure with me, David G, on LynktTv. Peace.